All right, fellas. So this is the no item run here on the final trump card stage of Extreme Super Battle Road. Definitely like to fit these in whenever I can, whenever I have time, you know, kind of no life, some no item runs. I definitely like to do these. They're a lot of fun. Honestly, in Super Battle Road these days, it feels like you're cheating if you're using items. To be honest, these units are just so powerful nowadays. I mean, now the problem with this, in this particular run, is there aren't a ton of 200% leaders you can really utilize in here. I guess you could probably make... I mean, the build I was using for a while was the Fused Fighters team with double LR Gogeta, right? Fizz Gogeta. And it just was not working out, man. I kept getting to the last stage and I kept dying. I just didn't have quite enough in my arsenal to tank and tank and tank. You know, that team, it doesn't have a ton of options. Like, you have Candy Vegito, right? You've got the LR Super Saiyan 4s, you've got the LR Gods, like, you've got certainly some useful things, but there's not quite enough tech, if you will. There's not enough stuff that you can do. There's no units that heal. Not too many units that stun or seal or, again, dodge. There's just not, right? So I kind of went back to the drawing board and I said, well, what can I use here? You can see I'm rocking the double LR Kaioken leader skill. Now, luckily, I have Kaioken with a lot of dupes. He's rainbowed, actually, and all of these other units are rainbowed except for Great Ape Vegeta. I believe he's the only one not rainbowed on this team, so that certainly helps. Now you can see here, a little low in the health department. I definitely did not think we were getting this run done. No chance in hell. And you can definitely see, like, a lot of this run is predicated on Candy Vegito dodging, dude. Like, you throw him in slot 1, and you say, God damn it, 70% better be enough, right? And you just pray that it's not one of the 3 times out of 10 that he gets hit, man, because it just, like, if he gets... If he literally gets one-tapped into oblivion. Literally one-tapped. Turles, the int Turles in this first fight, literally kills him with a tap. Like, he just punches him and he's dead. Right? He takes 500k on a normal and he's dead. So, the thing about it is at low HP, this team works very, very, very well, this final trump card team. So you've got Kaioken Goku, who has his active skill, which I feel like people forget that he has an active skill. It's a big damaging active skill with a guaranteed stun. Guaranteed one-turn stun, which is just humongous. Particularly in the last 2 phases. So in the last 2 phases, there are only 2 enemies apiece. So if you're guaranteed stunning one of the enemies, I mean, shit, man, all you gotta do is kind of... Again, you kind of just throw up your hands and pray. So, one of 2 things. You can either get the stun with Master Roshi. I guess one of 3 things. You can get the stun with Master Roshi. You can get the revive with Master Roshi. Or you get the stun and dodging with Candy Vegito. And the rest of the team, it's like I threw on Great Ape Vegeta. He's got the AoE. He can, I know that he takes a lot of shit, but he can tank, like, a little bit, right? I'm saying that pretty lightly. He can tank, like, a little bit. He does guard. He's got, like, decent defense, right? He's certainly a step below Kaioken Goku, but he's alright, right? He's actually in Super Battle Road, he's not horrible, right? And actually, that Great Ape Vegeta has an active skill Great Ape Transformation, which you could use as a last resort, right? Now, the problem with using that, I actually ran into that a couple of times. Well, one time. But you use that, and it pretty much negates your guaranteed one-turn stun with the Kaioken Goku if you use that first, right? So just keep that in mind when you're using it. You got to use the Great Ape active skill before you use the guaranteed stun active skill. So, but on this particular run, I didn't even end up running into that problem. So pretty much you fill in the rest of the team with, like, big damage dealers, right? So the biggest damage dealers I could really muster on this team, the LR Gods and the LR Super Saiyan 4s, man. I mean, that's it, and that's pretty much the construct of the team. So LR Master Roshi, when he revives, he's giving you a 60% heal, and then you're basically getting a reset of the turn, right? And of course, you can only revive 1 time per battle. you know, a la Metal Cooler, a la Carnival Tech Goku, right? You can only revive one time. So, but it is certainly still a useful ability. It's just kind of crazy that in 2023, we're able to rock a unit from 2021 in an extreme, you know, this is difficult content, right? In an extreme Super Battle Road stage and have him be very effective. Now, LR Master Roshi not going to be doing a ton of damage these days. I think his maximum output, if you had him in like the optimal setup, I don't know, maybe you could push him to like a 7 million attack stat or something, like if you really, you know, really surrounded him with a lot of support and this kind of thing. But that was a humongous stun there, by the way, on Evil Boo. So, you know, having him completely rendered useless for the whole next turn. Stunning, I mean, we talk about dodging being like the strongest mechanic in the game. I think low-key stunning is probably the strongest mechanic in the game. If not, then it's right behind dodging, right? It just is, right? Rendering opponents just completely useless. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, right? So, but kind of getting back to Roshi. So here we are, you know, we've got the revive at our disposal here. So I'm not really sweating putting him in slot 1. But if you look at the way the hits are, Goku Black is attacking a zillion times before anyone else does. So let's do the guaranteed stun on this AGL Goku Black. And Roshi doesn't even have to worry about dodging. Roshi can actually go for the stun right here on Zamasu. And we could potentially, we could do some stuff here. Like, when I was in this position, I was feeling like we had the no item run, like lock, stock, and barreled, right? We had that shit on lockdown. So, again, this really hinged on Roshi getting the stun. The thing that would have happened, so Roshi doesn't stun here. He either dodges or he gets hit. And if he gets hit, we revive. And then we go ahead and start the whole process over again with Candy Vegito. But at that point, you know, we kind of miss out on doing some extra damage to like Goku Black, and we're not able to do that to him, and we're not able to kill him before the next attacking turn. So it's certainly, it would have been tough, but I think we could have got it done, you know, had Candy Vegito just done his job, which plenty of times, let me tell you, plenty of times Candy Vegito did not do his job. In either the stunning or the dodging department. He was not doing his job all the time. But in this particular run, he's perfect, right? So you can't really fault him for it, right? In the end, we do get the no item run done. But guys, let me know how you did on this final trump card stage. I feel like it was a really interesting kind of run because you couldn't just go in there with brute power. I mean, yeah, we have some of those units on this team, but not having units that heal and seal and stun and dodge and like just, and you know, Rainbow Orb change and this kind of thing, like that was another thing that I think one thing that people don't realize about Kaioken Goku, he creates his own orbs, right? So we just got a shitload of healing here, which was really good. We got a lot of healing to kind of, you know, again, help us more or less seal the deal here. Candy Vegito not getting the stun, I believe, right? He didn't get the stun. Yeah, he didn't. So we really needed to end him right here. But Kaioken Goku being a very good vessel for the LR Super Saiyan 4s and the LR Gods to get their orbs as well, because he's starting the turn frequently with over 20 ki, right? So you don't need to get him a ton of orbs. So it saved a lot of orbs for the 7th year LRs. But guys, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, the no item run done. We didn't even end up needing the revive. We ended that first phase with like under 10% HP, and we somehow got it done. I don't know how, but we did. Slap a like for the no item run. Let me know what your team looked like down in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one later.